wise adults that are attracted with children in those relationships. Here we go.
So much for that question. I use the term minor attracted person or MAP in the title and throughout the book for multiple reasons. First of all, because I think it's important to use terminology for groups that members of that group want others to use for them. And MAP advocacy groups like Before You Act have advocated for use of the term MAP. They've advocated for it primarily because it's less stigmatizing than other terms.
Oh, it's so
like
stigmatizing that we want your children.
A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender. And that isn't true, and it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions toward minors. I've definitely heard the idea that you brought up, though, that the use of the term minor attracted person suggests that it's okay to be attracted to children. But using a term that communicates who someone is attracted to doesn't indicate anything about the morality of that attraction.
So the whole movement is to emancipate children at age 5 or 7. It's debated by the globalists. Of course, then it'll be age 1. I mean, they want to abort them before they're born. They want to body part them after that. I mean, but you know, if they can't get them early, that's the spirit. Well, then they just send out these ghouls. And so it's, oh, your children can take a shot when they're 5 years old if they want. And they can divorce their parents because, hey, my name's Bob from down the street. I'm a 50-year-old man. I'd like to talk to your 7-year-old daughter. Well, no, Bob, sorry. Hell, I'm going to call the CPS. Your daughter's allowed to date me, and I think she's attracted to me. I mean, hi, my name's Patty. I'm a woman, but I used to be a man. I'd like to talk to your 3-year-old son, Billy. No, thank you. He's busy playing with Play-Doh in the living room. I'm sorry, that's hateful. I'm here to talk to your child. So, and again, as they abuse more people, that's how this mental illness works. They then recruit more and take over every institution they're in. And that's what this is a super group of people who are proud of the fact that they want to have access to your children. And I got to say, they're mainly white and Hispanic. I've looked at the statistics. There are some black people that are attracted to children as well, I guess. But the point is that then their vanguard is, we're here to stop the racism. Oh my God, do what we say. We're going to stop the KKK. By the way, are your children around? We'd like to meet with them privately real fast. I mean, I do like children, all right? Is that all right? But it's okay. Tim Cook is also good. He runs death camps, but again, he wears a black turtleneck. And, you know, Fauci wore a black turtleneck with a major interview he just did with Ted Koppel, where he talked about you don't have any personal rights. The collective has a right. We can joke about this, but it's not funny. The CIA, run by leftists, running major mind control operations and mass torture of children, declassified. It came out like 4 years ago, and I already knew about some of it, but I couldn't believe it. It was like 30,000 children in this town, 26,000 in this town, 19,000 in this town. I mean, major cities had up to 30,000 children. 30,000 children taken from their parents, average age 5, and given to convicted rapists. And they said, it said in the documents well, we're building the new love. We believe boys have been bad and that boys wanting women is a form of rape. So we're going to give little boys, as young as 2, to men to be gang raped so that they then learn the new love and the new system. You're like, that sounds crazy, but they created a big enough army now that now 40, 50 years later, because this just came out a few years ago, it's still ongoing, by the way, they produced millions of pedophiles in Germany by raping little boys and teaching them that's love and normalizing that type of sick behavior. And so now they've got an army that'll dump chemical weapons in the water supply if you want, or that'll go kidnap kids out of your backyard if they want. They'll do anything, because since they were 4 years old, I mean, it describes the elements, captured elements of the Catholic Church in these documents that came out, where the health department and the CPS would supply children kidnapped mainly from Christian families. That makes it extra good to do that for them. And then the CPS in Germany would take the children and give them to the rapist, who would then brutally rape the hell out of them and then use them by 7, 8, 9, 10 to go out and collect and grab other people's children and help them kidnap children. Germany was a captured country by the globalists that were in control of America. And they wanted to test out what they're now doing in America. And now that's why they handed out 6-7 years ago condoms at the Boy Scout Jubilee. That's why they did all that. And then they knew that there'd be child rape that happened. Then they would blackmail, take control of the Boy Scouts, and now turn it into an official pedophile institution. Just like the Catholic Church, just like Penn State, just like everything. That's what this is. And then other people don't even like it. I've talked to some of the whistleblowers. It's come out in FBI files. Ted Gunderson told me a lot of these billionaires and rich people don't even want to do it. They like literally come in and like throw up. You got to go in a room and rape a kid. And then to get to higher levels, they got to strangle them. And they'll have the guy's wife there. And they're like, baby, I don't want to do it. They're like, do it. They're like strangling some 6-year-old that, you know, wasn't following orders. Oh, God, man. They'll have cameras on and guys in black uniforms going, do it, or you'll be put in prison for what you've done. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And I mean, they're on yachts drinking blood, chopping little kids' heads off. But sometimes that's not enough, so they chop their legs off and they drink blood out of their ankle. Well, like the 5-year-old's like, hey, Bonnie. And they're like, shut up, scumbag. Because they love to have the open screams out in the ocean, and they just murder and stab and rape little babies. And that's liberals. And see, you hear me and you think, this guy's crazy, this will never happen. Why do you think the courts are so mad? A lot of these judges are pedophiles. That's why they're former family court judges. And they're pedophiles, and they aren't just handing kids over to pedophiles, they're raping them. Okay, so they're all going down, ladies and gentlemen. They're making their satanic move. They cannot help it. So I'm proud to have the pedophile vampires hating me, and I just ask you to keep us on air in the face of these people. And we're going after the pedophiles. You hear that, you pedophiles? Why do my